Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our Tuesday night training. We have put together an amazing panel of lots of ways you can get to your 500 PRV, or if you want to push yourself a little bit further, $500 paychecks. You choose, you decide. We're going to share a whole bunch of ideas, but here's the thing. It's up to you to decide to do the work to pick one thing, two things, try more than two or three things, but you just have to hone in on what you're going to be passionate about, excited about, and what you want to focus on. You can't do it all because you'll drive yourself crazy. So already get that in your head. We're going to give you a variety of ways, and we're going to tell you just a little teaser about the things that we've pulled together. And then over the next 2 to 3 weeks in your team and group pages, you'll see visuals and examples. So you can take some notes and just get a general idea of how you're going to reach 500 PRV or $500 paychecks. It's up for you. So I'm just going to tap into some of the directors and what they have planned. And Lauren, you get to be first on my schedule or on my screen. So I would love to know how you're collecting orders and what you're doing for sales this month.
I've been focusing a lot on email, and I was doing that prior to everything we have going on in the world, but there's definitely less people on social media. And I also feel that even texting, there was a bit of resistance to that just because of unsolicited texts that people were getting. So connecting back to email has been great for me. With the LTOs being announced on Friday, it does take some time into your weekend, and it's a quick turnaround. You know, when we've had something like the holiday collection, we have a lot of times to plan and get an email ready. But I've been able to do that even with kids' schedules on Friday nights and commitments over the weekend, even if it goes out on a Sunday evening. For this last one, the clean and the body LTO, while my email did not get me any sales of that, I had 3 online orders within hours of sending it, and one was like $170. So it's definitely just hitting people and reminding them that you're there. You put links of an open party. I use Mad Mimi. That's worked for me. And in order to do this, you have to be the type of consultant that asks for all the contact information. So even though you know your neighbor who lives 3 doors down, you want to get their cell phone, their email, so that you can have all of that. And we've got a great Zoom where we went over how you can build your email list, ways you can do that, and platforms and how to actually get the email out. But that's been working great for me. It's also an amazing way to automate your business. If you know you're going to be away for a week or taking time off, you can schedule an email to go out. And even if it's not surrounding LTOs, you can use it for any of our amazing holiday products that we have right now. So that might be helpful for you to help you build your PRV.
I love it, Lauren. Thank you so much. And we will definitely reshare that video for you guys to watch on how to build your email campaign. Okay, so next up on my screen is Miss Debbie. Tell us what you're doing to get your sales this month.
So an easy way, I mean, we're all on social media, and I know that that's somewhat touchy at times, but I love doing a Facebook pop-up shop. That's where I do just a couple of posts, an introduction for myself, how I play around with Scentsy and what Scentsy has done for me, not just with business, but friends, and just a little introduction for myself. And then show them a couple of different posts on our warmers and stuff. And then I choose 3 or 4 items that I want to showcase. And it's just an easy, I don't know, maybe 8 post type of a Facebook party, short and sweet. And I just put it up as an event in my VIP page and invite everybody into it and get sales that way. I also can do it as a quick little party for a hostess who, you know, doesn't have a whole lot of time. It's, you know, we're crazy busy for whatever reason with the quarantine and the COVID and the just the whole 9 yards. And the holidays are coming up, and it's going to get even crazier with people and their schedules. So nobody has a lot of time to sit and do a long party and scroll through all of the different things. So I just keep it short and sweet, showcase a few of the products, get them looking on there, and get a good
Love it. And rumor has it, by the end of the week, we will have a sample pop-up shop front loaded, ready for you to copy and paste. What I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to drop it in my VIP pages. I have different hostesses that have their own little shopping pages. I'll be dropping those pop-up shop posts into those pages. So I'm excited about using that.
Hey, Shelly, I'm going to add to that too. Even if you have any pages where you've had any post hostesses, if those pages are still there, drop them in there, because people will get tagged on there. And even if you haven't followed up with them or whatever, it's a good way to keep in contact with existing customers, past customers.
Thanks, Debbie. That transitions right into Miss Jessica. You're doing some great things on your pages. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I am going to go really quickly though back to what Lauren said about how she emails. I love emailing my customers. It's fun for me. I like designing them and making them cute. I use Mad Mimi, by the way. It's really simple to use and I need simple, but I'm going to tell you for whatever reason. So I'm loving this season, bare bones catalog with all of the LTOs. I'm loving the LTOs. My emails are not getting me orders from LTOs like they normally do. I don't know why. So it's super important that you take the pieces, you master one, and then you grab another piece and master it, and then you have them all on your plate. So write them down. I like to call it my parking lot list whenever you're hearing all of the things and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do next in your business. So parking lot list, email, VIP page is what I'm about to talk about, and all the things if you feel overwhelmed, because we're all going to talk about different things. So hopefully everyone has a VIP page. We've talked about this before. So I'm just going to remind you, whenever you're doing social media, so if you have an Instagram or a VIP page on Facebook, you should have 5 buckets that you're trying to fill. I'm not going to talk really in depth on how to do the VIP page or what you should be doing in there. I'm going to mostly talk about how to be using it this month to get some PRV, but you should have 5 buckets. They should be established what you're trying to fill. So mine are my personal life. So I'm always thanking them every time I take my daughter to horseback riding lessons, because stories are what sell. And your VIP page shouldn't be 300 random people that you're 100 random people that you're trying to get to purchase from you. It should be the people who are actively purchasing from you only, not your team members, not the people that you hope purchase from you, the people who are purchasing from you. So my personal life, travel is my jam. So every time I travel, I'm on traveling pages. When I find somewhere new that I want to go, I'm posting have you been here? Or I'll find some, last week, I found some old train that is a bridge, and the train is parked on a bridge and you sleep there. So I'm like, would you sleep here? And those kind of posts get more interaction than on some sort of salesy or spammy post. I'm getting to know them, where they've been, where they've traveled. Recipes is my 3rd one. I do not like to cook, but home decor and all the things in the house, I'll be and I'm honest, I'm I do not like to cook. Tell me what you're making this week. Show me what you cooked this week. Usually just once a week, on Sunday or something. My 4th one is home decor, and I'm all about the Target dollar spot and using what I have to make new displays. And then of course, Scentsy, right? And I sprinkle in funny memes here and there, usually late at night at 10 o'clock at night. I'll post something that I think is funny. So those are my 5 things. Decide what your 5 things are and then roll with the LTO. So go live. So if you've never gone live in your VIP page, that's my challenge for you and your VIP page going forward from now until the end of November, until the Christmas cutoff. So some examples, things that you can go live with are if you have a brick or borrow a big brick from a friend and sniff them live, tell them what they smell like, have your kids smell them and tell them what they think they smell like. clean your kitchen counters or something in your house with one of the new LTO counter cleaners. And then I think we got them at World Tour, guys. Where did we get the bag of testers for the rest of the year? Where did we get those? Was it World
SFO or SFO?
SFR,
SFR.
Yeah. So if you have the testers from SFR, if you paid for that kit and you got that bag of all the different little baggies of testers, there is going to be a wax collection coming out. And the bag, Shelly's only holding it up, is in there. Go live now. So like that's like I like acting on my VIP page like I have secrets, right? Like I am the definition of Scentsy. You do not know anyone else who sells Scentsy, and I know all the secrets, even though I really don't. And so I have the testers go live, sniff the testers, tell them what they smell like, and then you're collecting pre-orders and you don't even know when it's going to launch. So if you have those, go live with them.
You can cheat. You can cheat. It tells you right here. I can say, oh, this cranberry raspberry. Oh, and I smell a little bit of spruce. It's amazing.
Yeah, it smells so good. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. So, and then another idea is because you know when the warmer of the month is coming, but you're probably waiting until the last week of the month to collect the pre-orders. So like we know the next one is the Northern Lights things or whatever it is. So find an image that has been floating around that's not the warmer, but it's like the view or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So I posted that and said, so tell me, what does this make you think of and do you like it? And then like a couple days later, I posted another image that still wasn't the warmer. And I said, do you like this? Like, is this your kind of thing? There's something similar in the pipeline, not telling you what it is yet, but let me know if this is your kind of thing. So then the last week of the month, I will actually post the warmer and take the pre-orders. So anyway, just make sure you know what your 5 buckets are, whether it's Instagram or a VIP page or whatever, and that you're filling those buckets each week. Your story is selling. And that's some ideas. Go live.
Thank you. James, you've been having a lot of success following up with your customers. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Of course, yeah. So what I've been doing, I challenged myself this month. So this year, with everything being quarantined, shut down, I've really been focusing on digital Facebook parties and trying to do my little booklets that I shared about before and getting as much as I can to those customers. And now is a great time to follow up with all those customers that I had throughout the spring, summer, and even the past couple months, and tell them, you know, hey, these are the things that are coming down in the pipeline. I love that idea about what Jessica was saying about the secrets. So I'm definitely going to do that to hype up those items. And I am signed up and ready to go with Amy. So Amy, if you haven't checked it out yet, it's a great resource, and it pulls all the data from your workstation and allows you to follow up with those customers. So I do jot down, I have a little booklet where I put down the different orders that I got from each party, but I'd be flipping through pages and pages and lost their numbers by now. So this is a great way to circle back with them, connect, see how they're doing, seeing how the products that they ordered work for them, and then letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. Is there anything that you'd like to, you know, gift this season? Or, you know, maybe you had to stock up on your wax, you know, just let me know. So that way I'm still engaging them and keeping them in the loop of the stuff that's coming out. I always try to put out my link to join my VIP page if they have ordered previously. So just, you know, doing that follow-up is definitely key. And that's my biggest goal. So for Amy, I'm just doing maybe 5 or 10 texts a day. And, you know, I'm really just going to be touching base with them first and then getting a feel for them and then talking about, hey, this is what's coming up. So, and so far it's been working very well. And it's good to touch base because you have those conversations in these parties and, you know, they tell you what they like and you connect, and then now it's building on that. So it's great.
That is great. That's great advice with the follow-up and the connection and touching back around with them, because you don't know what they need more of. You don't know that they hate something or need some help with something. And we can tell you all the funny stories of what we found out. But if you don't reach out, you won't find out. So thanks, James. That's great advice and great ways to get sales this season and this month. Lisa, how are you doing your sales this month?
Well, I have to agree with everybody and trying to do, implement a little of each, but tons and tons of follow up for sure. And another thing that I do is tap into my newsletter. So I'm going to go back and check out the newsletter and who clicked on what and so forth, because those people that clicked maybe 3 or 4 months ago might be needing something now due to the holidays. And just reminding my customers that we do have great gifts. I will also say that for me, having been around for 10 years, I will be reaching out to my past team members to see if they want to host or they want to purchase as well, because they probably have at least family that will be wanting gifts, or they might be wanting to give gifts, or at least have your house smell good. So I will be reaching out to them to ask if they would like to host a party, get their stuff for free, and so forth. And unfortunately, I have a lot of them. So hopefully if a handful say, yes, we want to do it, that will bring in a lot of sales. So also, I'm trying to focus a lot on upsells by giving out a lot of samples. So if somebody orders something, I'm spending a lot of time making up different samples of washer whiffs or, spray or anything that they don't use, putting those in the bag and kind of just reminding them that, hey, you might like something else as well. So on kind of upselling that with all of my individual orders.
Excellent. Those samples work. I handed out I love having bricks back. Everybody was complaining about bricks. It makes me so happy. I am in love with my crinkle cutter and that brick. I have sold more additional bars by just cutting up that chunk. Why they are all burgundy, no clue. Even my own sister-in-law, she's like, you gave me those samples. I go, okay, was it more earthy or more bakery? She goes, I like them both. Just send them both. Like, okay, like, what's the burgundy? Can we get more red, please? I love it. But samples do sell, and don't forget to add those as you're closing your order. I just ran out of them when we did our boo bags. So I went ahead and got some more washer whiffs, and between the wax crinkle cutter and the washer whiffs and the Luna body, I have been totally over sampling people. That's great.
And the bath soaks are really easy to sample too.
Excellent idea. Excellent idea. Jackie, you're in the center of my screen. You are always going to be the party queen of the director team. You get the mostest hostesses, and we want to know what the heck you're doing to book all these parties.
I know. Debbie said to me the other day, what are you doing? And I'm like, probably the same thing that y'all are doing. And so I was talking to my husband and my daughter about it. And my husband's like, yeah, tell them that you just like work all the time. I'm like, no, I really don't, honey. You know that. Anyway, okay. So I have like just a couple quick notes here, and I kind of made bullets or whatever. And I wanted to just say attraction marketing. Somebody else mentioned it tonight. Jessica, I think it was. That is a really good tool to use, you guys. I did laundry the other day. I washed my masks. Everybody's wearing masks these days. So I put it on and I'm like, oh my God, this windowsill breeze is amazing. I love it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going on. I was in the laundry room. I took it out of the dryer. I smelled it. I put it on. I did the whole video. I'm like, oh my God, this smells great. Boom. I sold 2 things of windowsill breeze. So yes, cleaning the countertop. Show everybody that you use the products. When they see you using the products, that really means a lot. Oh wow, she really doesn't just sell it. She really, what's that? There's a little thing floats around. I don't just sell it because I love it, or I don't know. Somebody can figure that out and save me. Anyway, so yes, attraction marketing is real important. What I've been having a lot of luck with since we all brainstormed and switched from events to groups, I'll go back in that group like I've just started to before or during Accelerated Leadership to share that that tree is coming back because there were so many people that missed out on that gorgeous warmer. So I actually got 2 orders while I was doing Accelerated Leadership because I went back into the groups and said, this is available now. So that is such a good tool to use also. I also ask the hostess to post at the end of the event. Actually, I ask her to post at the end of the event that if anybody would like to host with Jackie, I actually have it come from her, that they will get free and half price stuff too, just as she is too. And then I also ask her when she gets it to go in and post a picture of everything that she received. And sometimes you'll get, even if you get another order from it, sometimes you'll get a lead from it. But that's something I've been doing. Follow up again, like everybody says, it's time for them to maybe buy some, maybe even the holidays, skip right over the fall. Maybe they want both. So definitely do lots of follow up and let everybody know what's available. I use something called Hit 'em Up. I don't know if anybody's heard of that app. I use that because I like the way that operates. And I get a lot of texts back from people. I need to call you. I need something. And everybody always worries about bothering people. I had a girl that placed a $300 order with me last week. When I sent her, I think I sent her a picture about Be Jolly because there's only a few of our warmers that we could share. And she's like, oh my God, I need this and I need this and I need this and I want this. I've been meaning to call you. She was like over a $300 order. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. So, you're not bothering them. You're sharing what's available. It's just like asking them too. Hey, you want a stick of gum? Hey, do you need any wax? Do you need any refills, any bulbs? We have to think outside the box. Everybody's saying that the Facebook parties aren't coming. It's kind of a little slow. All the other companies are there. How many invites do you get to a Pampered Chef party, to this? You have to think outside the box. Everybody's still being careful and doing social distancing. I actually usually go into an attorney's office at this time of the year, right before the holiday. They like to do gifts and holiday shopping. They're not having anybody come in. I don't want to go in. So I asked, hey, can we, and here I am in Florida, but can we do like a drive-by? I'll bring my Scentsy mobile and I'll set stuff up in the back of my Traverse and we could do it that way. And if I don't have something, if they're looking through the catalog and I don't have, obviously I can't have it, everything, I'll order it for them, so something like that. You just have to think outside the box. Your wheels have to be turning. Like today, my kids are, I guess they decided they're not going to have family anymore. So everything came back to grandma's house. All the rockin' plays, the cradles, all the good stuff, the gates, everything. So today we sold a few baby things. What do you think I did? You think I'm going to let that customer leave my house without samples and information? One lady already said, oh my God, I love Scentsy. I was looking for a consultant. I just, transferred to the area. She says, I'll give you a call. And my daughter got her name and information. So you just have to think of who, and I don't go to a lot of places. So I took advantage of that. I'm like, I'm not letting
yes,
that go.
Jackie, I'm glad you said that with the Facebook Marketplace. I know that there's a few of us that sell our kids' clothes on there, or we're getting rid of a bed frame. That Facebook Marketplace, I sold a boy's winter jacket that was like brand new for only like 15 bucks. But guess what? She Venmoed me $65 because she picked up bars and a mini warmer while she was here. So I have my profile picture that looks like a business card. So everybody on Facebook Marketplace, for that one jacket that I wanted to sell, because I was cleaning out the closet. I was like, what am I going to do with this? It's too nice to Goodwill. That Facebook Marketplace, I considered it marketing. Like, I didn't care about the jacket. I wanted to meet new people and get my name out there with Scentsy. And I also have a free page. I think if you guys, ours is called Pay Nothing Fishers. So I'm in this Pay Nothing Fishers. I had 2 boys' suits that my boys wore to a wedding a couple years ago. It was in that same closet I cleaned out. I put that on the pay nothing page, and you get all kinds of people. And I just do that little spin the wheel, come pick up the suit. It's on my porch. Well, you know, that suit had washer whiffs and wax and a catalog on it. And the woman messaged me back through Facebook Messenger and said, I'll be contacting you. I don't have a Scentsy consultant right now. So free suit, left my house, good use, and I have a new contact.
So that's my next bullet. I belong to a community page, Golden Acres Chat it's called. And I thought to myself, I don't really want to, you're not allowed to sell on there.
Right.
How am I going to get it across? So I went on there and I'm like, hey, you guys, if anybody is in need of any boxes or wrapping paper, I am a Scentsy consultant, and I always have so much of that in the house that I could share. Just, you know, give me a shout. And I also did that on the Gold. And do you guys have Nextdoor? I don't really even, honestly, I really don't even go on it, but I thought, let me see. I downloaded that a long time ago. Let me go on there. So I did the same thing. Have I gotten anything yet? No, but you never know. And one more
I've
thing.
gotten customers and a team member.
Wow, that's great. So maybe it's in the cards for me too. One more thing that I was going to share, and I thought about this, and I don't know. So if like it's harder to get parties and everything, what if we maybe offered a free brick? Can we do that? Like if anybody hosts, no. How can we? All right, help me regroup, ladies. How can we gift a brick to somebody, but we would order it in our club? So we would get the PR, obviously we'd get the PRV. You know what? I was just trying to think, how can we make that work?
So because we're hitting the top of our recording, I am going to table this conversation. Oh, Debbie, did you want something else on the recording?
Yeah, you brought up Marketplace, and one way, there's 2 things that you can do on Marketplace as a Scentsy consultant. You can offer free samples. That's 100% compliant. You cannot charge for them, but you can offer free samples. That way you get their contact information so that you can mail them the samples or pick them up. And you can advertise anything that you can link to your PWS, to your website. So for example, when Nightmare Before Christmas came out, I posted a couple of pictures and said, launching soon, message me for more information. And I also put my website on there, and I got so many responses from that. So I started doing that more. So like if you wanted to post the Minnie and Mickey warmers from our website on Marketplace, you could put the pictures on there and link it to your website. They can still come back and talk to you so that you get that information, but you can kind of advertise on Marketplace as long as you're including your PWS. So that's a great way to get people.
We ran out of time for all the amazing ideas. Those of you who are live with me, don't go away. But those of you listening to the recording, we will be sharing all these ideas and visuals and examples over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And we will also continue this conversation, not only on the pages, but on future Zooms. So thanks for listening to the recording. We'll